What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the dojo. Panda here with another DSA video. So, I'm sure you guys have already seen in both the official Discord as well as in game, if you saw the little red icon there, and you checked in here, that we have official notes for client update 13. Now, I'm not 100% sure when this is going to be effective. I would assume because we're receiving notes now, and we received that little teaser last time, that means that we're gonna be getting it this Wednesday or Thursday, I would assume. But I'm not sure how they do their big updates because I haven't been around for a big update. This will be the first one, so we'll have to see how that works. If you guys know, leave a comment down below and let me know so that we can get that information, because I personally don't know, but I would assume we're going to be receiving it on Wednesday. So guys, it says here, Summoners, we have some great improvements to DSA coming your way. We hope you enjoy them, and we look forward to hearing your feedback. Greetings, Summoners. It's been 5 months since the release of Disney Sorcerer's Arena, and we couldn't be more thrilled with its success. As a team, we continually strive to improve the game as it exists today. We also keep our eyes on the game's future. Part of the future begins now. We have some epic features coming in the near future, and in preparation for that, we will be increasing the maximum level as well as introducing a whole new tier of enchanted gear. With new tiers comes new ability upgrades too. Every character has multiple abilities with upgrades, some of which provide a whole new exciting twist of the ability. So this is kind of like a brief synopsis of everything that we're going to talk about below. But I feel like it's important to read exactly how they write it so you guys have kind of a general idea. But guys, there's some changes to Club Conquest. These are things that I'm actually super excited for. The first one is defense teams have persistent health. Now, the way that I'm assuming this is very similar to an MSF vibe, where you can go in and you can fight the team, and whatever is left after you fight the team is what will be there for the next person. This will be amazing, especially for people like me who have a very small roster. I can go in and I can weaken a team for somebody, waste some of their skills, and then have a chance for the bigger people to use a smaller team to be able to take that team out, or vice versa. If a bigger team messes up an attack, I'll be able to go in with a smaller team to take out the last 1 or 2 enemies that are at low health. Definitely a pro move in my opinion. I'm very excited to see that. Conquest reward tiers. This will be based off your overall club power. So I'm assuming that we're going to have different tiers of rewards based off of your team power. So the higher tier power you have, the higher rewards you're going to get, would be my assumption here. They're removing auto registration. This isn't a big deal because if you're in an active club, your leaders are probably going to have no problem going there and clicking register. It's a little bit of a quality of life difference, which I'm not so sure how I like about that. I kind of feel like that's kind of annoying. But at the same time, I think this is going to remove inactive clubs, people who have leaders that are not playing or whole guilds that aren't playing anymore. It'll remove them from the queue. I know that we went up against a team just recently, not this Club Conquest, but the one before, I believe it was, that had like nobody in it. It was super easy because there was a club that had like 1 or 2 people. So I think that'll help remove that. It'll remove the clusters of people that aren't playing the game anymore. We'll have to see, though. I think that this is not necessarily a good thing, but not really a bad thing either. Defense team placements are now saved for the next Club Conquest. Now, personally, I'm not a leader, so I don't know how setting defense teams worked, but this just sounds like an overall quality of life change for us, so that we don't have to worry about, oh, did I place this team with this team in the last one, or did I place this on A5 or A1? It's a nice little just like, hey, this is what it is. We don't have to worry about changing it unless we get new members or we get new teams. Definitely some good positives. Mutators on towers for specific teams and characters. This sounds like buffs to me. I'm not 100% positive what mutators are, but it sounds like tower buffs. So for example, if you place a team in A1, maybe that team has a 5% speed buff, so putting a frozen team in there is gonna just make them 10 times better because they're getting that additional speed on top of their already pretty quick. Same with Kingdom, right? Or maybe you have like a team that gives 5% extra health. Maybe you put your Simba lead tank team in there, and you just have a bunch of extra HP to play with, various things like that. Nothing crazy, but nice little buffs to make it a little bit harder to actually fight certain things. This could also make it so that certain teams have a stronger placement in certain towers. For example, if you have that that Simba lead team, and you place it in that HP tower, well, now they're going to be really, 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 really hard to kill, because they have 20% HP from Simba plus an additional 5, 10, 15% from the tower buff. Various things could definitely be awesome. We'll have to see what those specifics are. I'm assuming we'll receive specifics at a later date. It does say here that we'll be adjusting how enchanted gear operates. This is basically saying that from tier 7 and above, so tier 7, which is coming here soon, as well as anything that comes beyond that, is going to be specific to the affinity or the class that they're in. So for example, Kingdom, Oceanic, and Wild. So now, for example, your Elsa is going to share the same gear as your Kristoff and your Sven, but not the same gear as your Anna, which will be very, very nice. You'll be able to have different gear go to different characters, which could be good, also could be bad, right? As it said above, the level cap is going from 60 to 70, which will allow us, I'm assuming, to take our characters from 60 to 70 as well. This is cool. It's the next level of progression for those people who are, already been at 60, have a full roster of 60s for a long time. You'll probably be able to just take your couple top teams to 70 right away. For those of us that are still new or still in the mid game, probably not that great. It's just puts a little more of a gap between us and the top people, but I'm not super worried about it now, because I haven't even hit 60 yet. I haven't even hit 50 yet, to be specific. I should hopefully hit 50 in the next few days, so definitely another gap to go, but nothing that's going to hurt me as of now. And of course, we do have increased gear tier to 7.5. Half the gear will be available in the beginning. Definitely don't look at the placeholder images. So don't look at the images. They're all fake. Don't look at them. But here is the new gears that we're going to be getting. So it looks like, I'm assuming that all of these pieces here are going to be the same, and then over here it's going to be what changes, is what it looks like. But this also could be just a single one, but it does say each T7 relic requires both stat-based essence and affinity-based material. So the Kingdom, Downtown Hero, Downtown Villain, Wilds, Oceanic, or Mythical. So a lot of interesting stuff here. I'm assuming, again, we're going to get more specifics on this, so I'm not going to go super in-depth. We are going to be getting a new Hero and Villains campaign, which will provide the materials for Gear 7. This also brings unlocking new character abilities. Come through your favorite characters and see what new upgrades are available. They're going to upload a document with all the unlocks to our official Discord in the near future. So once we get that, we'll make a video on that. But I am super excited to see how this is going to change teams. This could completely shake up the meta. It could make Frozen be 10 times better than it already is. It could make Frozen stay at its relative power level, but jump like a tech team 1,000 times stronger. It's going to jump everything around, which for those of you at the top is great. For those of us at the bottom, could be a shakeup. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about this. It's going to depend on what this means, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Another quality of life fix is improving the find flow feature. I think this will help a lot with just finding gear. Again, we have to wait and see what the specifics are, but it looks like also character filter improvements are coming. While viewing your character collection when selecting characters at the squad select screen, any filters that you have applied should persist until you navigate away from the mode. So if you're looking for, a Wilds Downtown Villain, or I don't know, something like that, right? You'll be able to see or the Wilds Aladdin characters, or whatever, just random things put together so you can narrow down to specific units, which is kind of nice, I guess. Club Dungeon, this is something that is amazing. I know for me personally, for some of you guys maybe not as big, but for me this is amazing because I was having difficulty finding a team that could get to the 3rd stage and kill everything but one enemy and then die. It was really hard. So being able to just complete level 20 and then continue to battle on node 20 is great. It's just gonna make Club Conquest just a little bit better, or sorry, Club Dungeon just a little bit better for everybody. Easily convert gems to gold when leveling up characters or upgrading spells. I'm assuming this is just going to give you the chance to spend gems on gold in that section. So like if you have 100k gold and you need 150k gold, you can just spend 10 gems to get that 50k gold, or whatever the translation is. Added a favorited characters features. This is actually something that I was gonna talk about in my top 5 features video that I was working on, and I'm gonna have to change it now. But adding favorited characters is so good. Being able to specifically put the characters that you're trying to farm at the top of your list just makes things so much easier. A lot of better quality of life stuff. Same thing for gear. So like, for example, I am working on Simba for gear for a long time, and I decided that, you know, I want to get him up to gear 4, but then I had to scroll all the way down to the bottom of my list in order to actually find the gear pieces. So definitely a huge change that is going to be great. I think it's a very small thing, but it's a big enough thing that, you know, we're gonna be able to, you know, make our daily life just that much easier. Here is where we're gonna lose some of you guys. Some of you guys are probably gonna be pretty pissed, especially if you are a pay-to-play player. I'm not sure how I feel about this because I personally don't have him. I personally didn't pay anything for him, so it's just kind of like a thing. But they're happy with how Hiro plays, but he is negatively impacting the game experience, and I would have to agree. Again, I haven't personally fought against one. I haven't personally played with one, so I haven't seen it in action, but I have seen plenty of people fight with him and against him in streams and videos, and he slows everything down, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but they want PvP to be a little more fast-paced, it seems. So there are some changes here to Hiro. There's changes to other characters as well, but I'm going to make a separate video with those other changes. Hiro is the big one, and I think I just want to talk about this specifically. So Micro Barrier, one of his specials is reduced amount of shield gained per charge on Hiro Hamada, and removes a chance to gain additional evasion, which was previously added to this ability at level 2. So this is just overall going to make him a little less tanky, because he's not going to gain as much shield. And it's gonna remove the ability to gain additional evasion, which I'm assuming this means you're not gonna be able to stack evasion. That's at least what it looks like to me based off of this. Then we have upgrade, increased magic cost from 2 to 3. Hiro Hamada will not immediately gain a turn if he targets himself with this ability. He will still gain the speed meter fill specified in the description, however. So basically what this means is, it's gonna make it harder for him to be able to use this ability. It's gonna be able to use it a lot less, but it also means that he can no longer upgrade himself and then immediately cast his shield. So it's gonna change how Hiro is played. You're gonna want to use this on a different character almost every time now. So definitely a lot of changes in just this upgrade passive, but then including all these other things. Added a maximum amount of charge effects that Hiro Hamada can have on himself at once. This maximum amount is 8. Now, I don't know everything about how his kit works, but this is just, I'm assuming, just going to cap his ability. Yeah, so here it is. So he has the shield, his shield is based off charged, so he's gonna have less amount of shield per charge, and they're capping his maximum charge amount as well. So it's just going to be a whole different change. And then of course we have all of these changes here, which again, like I said, I will make another video with all of these changes down here. The last thing we want to talk about is the bug fixing. So Anger's passive no longer triggers a second time after being revived by Golden Hammer. And that seems fair. It's only supposed to trigger once, so if you get revived, you wouldn't think it would trigger again. Maui's want to get smote. Now, I'm assuming now works as intended. Gizmo Duck's Blather Skits now works as intended. Hades' Scorch Earth now deals appropriate damage to shielded targets. Hopper's What's Yours is Mine ability now affects magic meter. Robin Hood's Favorable Odds now steals helpful effects as the percent shown in the description, and Sheriff of Nottingham's Big Bellied Bully now deals bonus damage. So that is the majority of these changes. Like I said, I am going to talk about these other changes in another video, so don't worry about those. If you guys want to read them yourself, you can always check them out on the official Discord, which will be in the description below, or you can check them out in the game, which is really easy to get to. You just come out to this screen, you come here and you click news, and it'll bring you to this screen here, which you then just click the client update 13.0, and it'll bring you to the screen where you can read everything. But guys, this video has gone on for a little bit longer than I wanted. Like I said, I am going to make a secondary video talking about just the changes to the characters, so you'll be able to check those out. Probably tomorrow that video will go out, and we'll look at a more in-depth of what this maybe will change for the meta. But guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon, and if you like this video, make sure to leave a like. Anyways guys, that is it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.